What's up, guys? Happy Monday. It looks like it's going to be a crazy day today, the start of a crazy week potentially. Dow futures looking fine. NASDAQ futures down 1.35% right now, but NASDAQ is more tech. Dow was not really as much of an issue as NASDAQ was. It was the tech stocks that have really been taking a beating more so than anything else this past week. GameStop, however, up over 10% pre-market. Now, keep this in mind, pre-market is lack of liquidity. It's potentially way more volatile because there's less actual stock trading, but it is still looking nice, over 11% at this point. It was actually up to almost, I think it was around 157 earlier in the day. So I know right now you're probably very curious, is this going to be the day, the big squeeze day for GameStop? I don't think that this is going to be the big squeeze day for GameStop. It's nice that it's holding very steadily and actually climbing, which is really good for more media attention, more retail eyes on this. That's very important when the rest of the stock market is red and GameStop is up in the double digits. That's something they have to kind of cover, even if they don't want to, even if they're in the pockets of hedge funds that don't want them to cover GameStop aside from negative publicity. This is kind of a thing. It's like if everything else is red and GameStop is up 11%, 12%, 13%, they gotta cover it. So they can't just be like, oh, what? I didn't know. Like, they have to do it, right? So that's great that it is holding strong and even gaining. That's fantastic for the cause, right? And that's going to put more pressure on anyone that's short selling. And that's exactly what we want, right? So a couple things that I want to mention. Again, I don't think that today's going to be the day. There's a lot of indications for people doing research, due diligence, that it's going to be sometime between the 15th and the 19th, closer to the 19th. I would say don't get your hopes up for any one specific day. We don't know what's going to happen. We'll see. Continue to monitor the charts, continue to monitor the trends, see how things go. And I like to just play it by ear, especially on these crazy volatile stocks like this. I don't usually get into stuff like this. I really don't, because this is not what I feel comfortable with. However, for something like this, or at least at prices this high above the actual valuation, like based on sales and things, I don't really love this, but I do still feel like this has a lot of potential. That's why I'm so heavily invested in this, even though it's not what I typically do. I typically try to look for value like very valuable stocks. Like, for example, if a stock is worth $10, and that's kind of what DFV was initially, why he initially got excited about GameStop, because he's like, the value of this company is so much higher than $5 a share. It was like $3 or $5 a share when he first got into it, right? That's more of what I do. I don't do this, let's buy into a company at $150 a share and hope that it goes to $10,000. That's generally not my investment strategy. I'm not that crazy. I am crazy, but that's still not my investment strategy. So I want to mention a few things to you guys, because I know that a lot of you guys are getting a little carried away. We tend to be in an echo chamber whenever anything GameStop is related, and we only listen to the things that are what we want to hear, which is good and bad. It's good to like tune out the noise of the haters, but also it's bad to just like smell your own farts. You know what I mean? And there's a lot of people just like echoing each other, and we can't really get a full view of everything if we just listen to other people that share the same view and not listen to anyone that has an opposing view, right? However, there's a lot of haters and there's a lot of shills, so it's kind of good at the same time to be not really listening to those people. But anyway, a few things that I want to mention. These chart events, people are getting really crazy excited about these chart events, or the things that say like upgraded to buy, upgraded to hold from a sell. A lot of that stuff is done just based on technical analysis and based on just reading algorithms reading the charts. So this is not necessarily based on like some analyst coming in there and doing like all the, oh, I see that this is short interest and this is what the Redditors say and this is what that, like, they're not doing that. This is just based on trends. So you can't really put too much stock into this. This is just the patterns being detected, right? Don't get too crazy into thinking that this is exactly, there's a lot of stuff going on in GameStop that is not taken into consideration with this. This is only the technicals. That's about it. So please keep that in mind when you are trying to decide if a stock is worth investing in. that these are just based on algorithms picking things up. The next thing that I want to kind of just briefly touch on is this document, this SEC document that people are getting very excited about. I mean, it's potentially good to help as a catalyst, but people getting a little too excited about this, like they did this specifically because they know hedge funds are not going to be able to pay up. I mean, the wheels were already in motion for this beforehand, so I don't want people to get too crazy about this. This does still help as a catalyst, though. This was filed on Friday by the NSCC, the National Securities Clearing Corporation, which is a subsidiary of the DTCC, the Depository Trust Clearing Corporation, and this is to amend the supplemental liquidity deposit requirements. By the way, the DTCC is not like the bad guy in this. I know I've seen some posts like people want the DTCC to go out of, like, we want them to go out of business. They're actually good. So they're kind of like the middleman to help make sure everything goes smoothly, trades go smoothly, and like people don't get screwed, right? So you actually don't want them to go as much as you think you want them to go out of business. They can pay up. We want to see them burn. Like, no, you don't. Trust me, you don't want to see the DTCC burn. That would be a big problem. So anyway, yeah, just keep that in mind. So basically what this 79-page document, because of course anything in legalese has to be 79 pages. I mean, if with entities this large, of course it has to be very robust and cover a lot of things, right? But basically what this is they just, for example, if a hedge fund is aggressively shorting a stock, let's say GameStop, for example, if they're aggressively shorting GameStop, to the point where the DTCC, like the DTCC, the middleman, thinks that, hey, maybe you might not have enough money. If this stock rises to crazy levels, you might not have enough money to actually pay for all these shorts. If it's just a little bit of shorting, then like, oh, we know you have enough money. We know how much money the company's worth, et cetera, et cetera. We know you have enough money. If it's extreme and they see that, oh my goodness, it's a very extreme level, we're going to need a little bit more capital from you just to make sure that you can cover all of these very aggressive short positions. So, and it's actually referring to more options than stocks. It's a lot. I actually highlighted some of this, but I switched it from one program to the other, and then it took all the highlighted stuff out. But yeah, basically, that's TLDR. That's exactly what this is. They just want to make sure that people have additional liquidity, especially on an intraday basis. I wanted to talk more about that document, but I know I'm just going to talk for 20, 30 minutes, and then people are going to get so confused because I do that, right? I know I do that. But anyway, that's it for this. We'll try to make it short and sweet. I'm going to try to do more of that short and sweet videos and not crazy videos. Hope you guys are having a good day. Hope that everything in your portfolio is green today. That's it for this one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll see you as always in the next one.